Oh yay! It's this movie again! The joke behind that, because they make this movie at least once a year. The Boy Next Door, When the Bow Breaks, The Perfect Guy. They make this movie every fucking year. Hello, welcome back to another Midnight Showing. As always, I'm Kelly, and I just got out of Unforgettable. Everything is so unforgettable. I don't know the words to the song. God damn it. This movie was a piece of shit. No joke, this is my third time recording this review. And seriously, the first two times is because I blew out my fucking mic. This movie is a piece of shit, and there's really nothing inside of it. So, I don't want to do this for very long anymore. I've already had to do it 3 times. Let's just go into the one thing I can say is a positive. Rosario Dawson. What did this studio use to blackmail you into being in this piece of shit? Seriously, you are big enough. Say no to some projects. This is making Clerks 2 look reputable. But in all honesty, you were the only thing inside this movie that has any form of humanity or decency. And even then, even you couldn't save this picture. I'm sorry. Let's just get into what you know is coming. So what is the plot of this movie? Well, it's the same plot as all those other movies. A person moves into a new couple, they're having a good time of their life, but oh no, the ex is crazy, and thus makes hell. Okay, let's start out with the most glaring fault of all. This movie has no idea what pacing is. It's a myth in this thing. Case in point. The movie starts with Rosario Dawson inside of an interrogation room by the most inept cops imaginable. And I honestly don't know what happened to the lead cop in this, because you used to be Vaughn from Burn Notice. You used to have some intelligence. But we'll get to that in a second. That is followed by a flashback to 6 months ago. Okay. First off, if the pacing of this film is to be believed, at most a month has passed between what happens at the start of this flashback to getting up to present day. But that's at most. At least only 2 weeks has passed. 2 weeks! Seriously, if you counted every single time they go from day, night, at most 2 weeks has passed. There's never ever a big substantial time jump in any point inside of this. And they're the ones that you can infer at most maybe a month goes by. So how do you get that to be 6 months? Oh, but that's got nothing on the crazy, or should I say not so crazy version of Katherine Heigl in this movie. God damn, I don't even know where to begin with your character. So she's an obsessive control freak who gets in a relationship with this guy, but doesn't really work out because she's just so batshit crazy that everyone knows it, yet this guy is somehow looking the other way. And Katherine Heigl's mother, who is the grandma of the movie, she's behind all of this because she's just crazier and stricter and abusive probably, and anyway, Katherine Heigl makes a baby with this person to try to cement their relationship. It doesn't work. He still leaves her and goes to Rosario Dawson, and now she hates her guts and decides to murder her or get her framed for murder. There are some major leaps of logic here, and I'm sorry, everybody knows that she's crazy. She's supposed to be Katherine Heigl's supposed to be playing this like chameleon-esque character that blends into the social society as just a lot more uptight and proper, but overall blends in and be a good person. But nobody buys this shit. Fucking everybody in this movie is telling Rosario Dawson that she's crazy and that you shouldn't be in part of her life. Seriously, how does no one think that maybe she's coming up with this plan to do bad things and get her life back? And she's not even doing a very good convincing job. She sneaks into her ex-husband's house, steals shit, and nobody, for 6 fucking months apparently, goes to question this lady about their missing shit. For fuck's sake, she's not even hiding the wedding ring that she steals at the end of the movie. That could have been easily found by anybody at any time. Yes, she's not wearing it in public, but she's not really hiding it in her house. She just has it in her house. You'd think that maybe, just maybe, when they go to pick up the daughter from, Mother's Weekend, that they just maybe might see it sitting on a nightstand. Maybe. But honestly, that is small potatoes in the plot holes of this lady's plans as far as to how to get Rosario Dawson into this. Okay, so it starts out with Katherine Heigl making a fake Facebook account under Rosario Dawson's name after stealing her phone and stealing a bunch of pictures, so of course it's legit. She then uses this Facebook account to send messages to Rosario Dawson's ex-abusive boyfriend / possible husband, because I can't honestly remember at this point, and get him to basically think he's talking to Rosario Dawson. Thus they meet up and abuse and murder happens. Okay, I understand why Rosario Dawson does not have a Facebook account. I understand why she doesn't have a Twitter account. It's very easy to harass people even when, you block them. Seriously, make another fake profile, put a bad picture inside of there, and you can still harass them. It's very easy. And those type of mediums do encourage you to put your personal information on them. So I can understand why Rosario Dawson doesn't have any of those. But I have to ask, did none of Rosario Dawson's friends who do have them, who work for an internet company whose job is never actually explained except for the fact that Rosario Dawson is apparently amazing at it, did none of them find it at the least bit weird that Rosario Dawson has a new Facebook account, but hasn't accepted their friend request yet? Maybe we should, ask her about this. For 6 months, nobody noticed. And I go a few days without posting on Facebook and everyone wonders if I'm still alive. Yeah, fuck you, movie. Of course, that kind of leads back into the inept cops I was making fun of before, because when they got Rosario Dawson inside their interrogation cell, they've got coded emails, they've got all of this information, and they don't think to maybe, just maybe, look at Rosario Dawson's computer and see if she has a Facebook account on there. Seriously, most people save that shit. It should be the first thing that you look at in a situation like this. And barring that, they didn't think it was weird that the IP address was hidden on all of the communications they supposedly just pulled from her Facebook account? I mean, seriously, shouldn't you just look on her computer and say, hey, she doesn't have an IP address hider, meaning the messages couldn't have come from her computer. Maybe they came from someone else's. I don't know. And even if you don't want to go on the technical side of things, let's look at the scene itself. It's clearly fucking self-defense with a leg wound and then admittedly a stab in the chest, but it was pretty clear that he attacked her first. She's got the cuts and scars across her face to prove it. Even if it was a romantic getaway gone bad, it was still a self-defense thing. There should be no reason why Rosario Dawson is in your interrogation room with the lead detective saying that you murdered her and that they're only letting you go because all we have is circumstantial. Bull fucking shit. They can hold her for up to 24 hours without any actual concrete proof. Have you never seen a crime show before? To be fair, even with all of that stupidity, I understand what, from a writing perspective, this script is trying to do. It's trying to do something different from all of those other movies, and it just does it so horribly. This movie is about a woman gaining control after having none, and a woman losing control after having all of it. Rosario Dawson came from an abusive relationship, that in order to get out of it, she actually checked herself into a psych ward and, had a lot of mental medicine and therapy. She lives completely off the grid. She finally found someone that she likes, who has a daughter that she loves and has grown to a relationship with, all that stuff. She is slowly gaining her life back and gaining control. Katherine Heigl, on the other hand, is some big, powerful, rich person who found somebody who would be the perfect husband, but because of her own mentalities, she lost her and tried to do underhand things to keep the relationship, but ended up not working, and now a new woman's coming inside of her life and is completely ruining it. Nobody in the world believes her shtick anymore. She is slowly losing everything. She's losing control. I get it. The problem is that with all the stupidity and the plot holes that you saw before, the lack of pacing, none of that actually ends up ringing true. And it frankly feels forced as all fuck. When you get right down to it, none of that matters. You can force as much complexity as you want onto it. It still comes off as I'm trying to make up for the fact that I really don't know how to write a situation very well. Oh, but the ending. The fucking ending is the reason why this movie is gone from bad to one of the worst fucking things I've seen this year. And I saw 50 Shades of Darker. I just keep that in mind. You want to know what a lot of those other movies don't do? Sequel bait. The Boy Next Door, When the Bow Breaks, The Perfect Guy, all those, I don't recall them ever sequel baiting, saying that now they have to deal with the real threat. This movie does, because Katherine Heigl's mother in this, the grandma, is apparently going to be the villain of the next one. And the way that this happens, I just have to describe it to you into detail and know that I am actually underplaying it from what the movie did. But anyway, let me just tell you. So the movie ends with Katherine Heigl ramming herself on her knife, demanding, I don't let them remember me like this. Yeah, like that's gonna fucking happen after you beat the husband with a fucking fireplace rod. The daughter was basically evacuated from your house very forcefully, and Rosario Dawson has multiple scars on her face. Yeah, they're gonna forget that. But then it goes another 6 months into the future, which, if the pacing of this movie is to be believed, it's maybe 2 weeks. And it's all picturesque and happy and fun, and even Rosario Dawson's side character friend is bringing the family donuts, and they're all having fun at the table when there's a ring at the door. Oh, who could that be? Rosario Dawson answers the door, and I shit you not, this is what Katherine Heigl's mother, Grandma, did inside of this movie. Hello. I'm here to see my granddaughter. Honey, there you are. Now we're together again. I shit you not. I am underplaying that. That is seriously what she fucking does in this movie. And are you kidding me with this bullshit? Are you kidding me? A, that is really fucking stupid. B, what the fuck? Do you think you're honestly gonna get a sequel? At least the other ones know that they're shit, and that they know that this shit is too stupid to get sequels. But you don't? You fucking don't realize that? You're so fucking precious. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear what this is gonna be. So, let's just move on. This, honest to God, gets my worst rating of fuck it. This is on my worst list, and I'm pretty sure it's going to make the top 5. I don't know how you would be able to force it down out there, and I really hope that movies just aren't that bad this year. But, yeah, this is top 5 right now. And honestly, I don't want to talk about it anymore, so yeah, that's it for me. Have you seen Unforgettable? No, you did not. Have you seen any of the other ones that are clearly just remakes of the same script? Tell me what you thought about them in the comments down below, and maybe we'll get some healthy discussion going. And as always, be sure to hit the like button, share, and subscribe for more. Be sure to follow me on all of the social medias, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Twitches, all those links in the description down below. And yeah, that's it for me, so I'll see you all next time.